Welcome to the Unison Solar webinar. This is one of the hottest, no pun intended, and most exciting business startups that we've seen in a long time. And I'm delighted to be able to introduce Rick Walsh. For those of you who don't know Rick will be the presenter tonight. He is an industry veteran of 35 years now, I think, and published the Industry Trade Journal for 2 decades, has published books, been on TV and radio shows. He's on the short list for every company that starts up in the direct sales network marketing space, and he could choose any company to be at, and he's chosen Unison Solar, and he's here to tell us why. So, Rick, take it away.
Hey, thanks so much, Doug. I appreciate that. I want to welcome everybody to your opportunity in solar. I just got one correction there. It's not a startup. Nope, actually, we have 200 employees and been operating for 6 years. The only thing that's going to be different that you're going to see tonight is we've expanded our pay schedule into a network marketing environment. So welcome to the opportunity in solar. You know, it was just recently that most solar installations were just to warm the water in your swimming pool. The promise of being able to have unlimited clean energy from your rooftop and get rid of your utility bill, not worry about, for me, Pacific Gas and Electric, well, that was a pipe dream. That was something that was sort of in a test mode or whatever. But we're going to show you that a lot has changed in just the past year or two that'll actually blow your mind a little bit. So let's go ahead and get started, and let us show you. We're going to show you how to plug into the sun and to turn that connection into one of the most profitable businesses imaginable. That's right. We're going to show you tonight how you could save thousands of dollars per year without putting any money out of your pocket. We're going to show you also how you could turn your satisfaction and referrals into a multiple 6-figure income. Welcome to one of the first webinars that we're doing, and we're going to get into how solar works. We're then going to talk about the industry in general that we're tapping into, probably one of the most exciting industries ever, solar electricity. And then you want to be sure any company you hook up with is solid and going to be there 20 and 25 and 30 years from now. We'll give you the history and the future of Unison Solar. You're going to be pretty excited and pretty impressed. And then we're going to tune in to your favorite radio station, WIIFY. What's in it for you? And what's in it for you is an unparalleled opportunity. So let's start with part 1 and talk about how solar works. It's not rocket science. It's actually pretty easy to be able to have solar panels make you money. The process is known as net metering. So let's go through it step by step. Step 1, it's a pretty easy one. The sun emits light rays. But when light rays hit silicon chips and certain arrays, they start dispersing electrons and all sorts of technical stuff. Pure and simple, sunlight creates electricity through solar panels. Now that electricity is DC or direct current, but your home actually uses AC or alternating current, and so we install an inverter next to your electric box so it converts that sun's DC electricity into the AC electricity that you could use. And then your electrical panels send power directly into your home. And we're talking about it runs your blender, your television, your lights, the air conditioning, absolutely everything. But you know what is interesting? The fact is that the panels will produce more energy than you could use. And energy, like water, it's got to flow somewhere. And if you're not going to use it, what's going to happen to it? Well, actually, the excess is going to flow through your meter and back to your utility. In other words, your meter spins backwards. Well, the great thing about that is you got excess power now, and you're giving it to the utility. The utility is acting like a big battery for free. They're just going to hold on to it, or actually they're going to use it and then send you new electricity when you need it, like at night when the sun isn't shining, and it's just a trade-off. You gave them so much electricity, they owe you that much back. The excess power you generate results in a credit from the utility towards your bill. Same with summer versus winter, etc. You actually only get one bill a year, and that's at the end of the year, because what you're trying to do is net meter to zero, where you gave them as much as they gave you, and you've got clean energy. The solar industry, well, what about it? I mean, I used to think that powering your home with unlimited clean energy was just a thing of the future. Well, the future, I'm sorry, but it's here. You know, as I explained how it works, let me tell you simply that if it worked that easily, why don't you have solar? Well, I actually know why you don't have solar. How do I know? Because I know because only 1% of the homes in America have solar. So just by saying that, I got a 99% chance I'm correct. And the reason you don't have it is probably you're thinking, oh, that stuff costs too much. Or, you know what, my electric bill's not that high, so I'm not worried about it. Maybe you're thinking you don't know how it would look on your house, so you're not too keen on the idea. Or maybe you're thinking, you know what, I'm going to sell my house soon, so why would I invest in solar? Or I just don't see the return on investment. Well, I'm going to show you two major breakthroughs in the solar energy that's going to change your mind. The first one is the price of solar per watt just in the past few years is only a fraction of what it used to be. You see, the price of solar has nosedived in the past few years. Now you couple that with solar installations climbing, you know, out of sight. The first residential solar installation was done in 1973. Actually done in the state of Delaware, can you imagine? Well, since then, the 42-year history of residential solar, 600,000 installations have gone in. But that's only 1% of the homes in America. But let me show you the real startling statistic, and that is that over 30% of all installations in the past 42 years, 30%, nearly one-third of them, occurred last year alone, 2014. Now, does that show you a little bit of a trend? You betcha. As a matter of fact, California is mandating by law this year that half of all power generated in California by 15 years from now will have to be renewable, you know, solar or wind. And could you imagine that? That means basically half of the coal and oil and nuclear plants are going to have to be shut down. Or they're going to, half of the roofs are going to have solar on them. I mean, that's the direction we're going, and we're at the cusp of it. So if it's that simple, why don't you have solar? Let's get rid of those myths. It costs too much. No. Actually, we're going to show you how you can have solar power generated for your home, clean energy without spending any money out of pocket whatsoever. My electric bill is not that high. Well, how high is not that high? How about even if it's $100? Do you have a better way of spending $100 a month, or maybe $1,200 a year? You know, if we could turn that electric bill into nothing, that would be a big deal. You don't know how it would look on your house. Well, we're going to show you. Actually, tomorrow, if you like, we could show you what electric panels will look like on your home. I'll show you how that's done here in a moment. And then you say, well, I may sell my house soon. Well, if that's the truth, then what you'd better do is run and get your solar up there, because it will sell your house much faster. Could you imagine two homes on the same street, the same design, same floor plan, same amenities, same price? One guy says, hey, by the way, my electric bill is $0. The other guy says, my electric bill is $200, whatever it might be. I mean, which house are you going to buy? It's not going to be $0, but maybe it was half the price of the neighbor's. You know what that's going to do over the lifespan of living in the house? Tens of thousands of dollars. You better believe it's going to make a difference on which house sells first. And then others might say, I just don't see the return on investment. I'm going to show you a very, very large return on investment, especially when you take none of that money out of your pocket. When we're done this evening, you're going to see that there's basically two choices. That's it. Either you can pay more money for dirty energy, or you can pay less money for clean energy. It's going to come down to that simple. So now, how do you plug into the sun and turn that connection into the most profitable business imaginable? Well, there's two ways. One, you could probably take a marketing or sales company, build a sales team, and then go out looking for subcontractors to do installations. I got a better idea. Why don't we take one of the largest solar companies in the world and change its marketing model to network marketing? Boy, that makes a lot more sense. So let's go in and take a look at the company, Unison Solar. Who are they? When did they start? Well, they started in 2009. It was started by Paul Bianchi, by the way, who owned construction and energy savings type construction companies for 15 years prior to starting Unison Solar. And as Unison Solar, they've already done thousands of completed installations. Everything's done in-house. We have 6 offices throughout California, over 200 employees. I mean, from material acquisition to quality control to installation to warranty, repair, whatever is necessary, it's all handled. And we got dozens of trucks serving all of California, installing several per day. And you know, we are only in California right now, but in order to become one of the largest solar providers in the nation, we want to go nationwide. On our radar screen right now, state of Massachusetts, New York, New Jersey, Nevada. We've already put hundreds of millions of dollars worth of financing in place to finance those no money down decisions by homeowners who want to not put money out of their pocket, but just put money in their pocket. We want to know what your favorite state is. You have a sales organization or a team that's ready to go? Let us know, and maybe we could help. But we're already set up that maybe 30 to 60 days, we will start opening up these other states. So now, what does that mean for you? What's in it for you? The opportunity. There are actually 3 ways to obtain solar with no out-of-pocket expense. Those 3 options include what's known as a purchase power agreement, or a lease agreement, or finance, or simple purchase. Let's take a look at that. The purchase power agreement. You need to supply things and we need to supply things. You supply the roof and we supply the solar system. We take care and maintain that system, and you purchase the power generated by the system at a much lower rate than the utility charges. Remember what I said? You're either going to spend more for dirty energy or spend less for clean energy and never take money out of your pocket. Now, this type of agreement, you're actually used to it. You've seen it before. Do you happen to have Dish or DirecTV? They put one of those dishes on your roof, didn't they? Well, what's interesting about it, with satellite TV, you never paid for the dish on your roof, only the programming that it delivered. With a purchase power agreement, you do not pay for the solar panels or the installation, only the power they produce at a much less expensive rate than the utilities got you for. That second option is lease to own. Again, no money down. We do look here for a credit score, mid-score of about 650. And then we install and maintain the system for 20 years. You pay a lease payment that's less than the utility bill, what you're saving on. And you own the electricity. At the end of the lease, you'll have the option if you want to own the system. Or you could buy that solar outright. We arrange no money down, low interest financing if you like, and we'll design a system to dramatically lower or possibly even eliminate your electric bill. Payments are going to be less than your utility bill. But here's a kicker. How about a 30% federal tax credit? Let me just give you an example. Let's say a $30,000 system. That's a $9,000 tax credit. Now, that's not a deduction. That's a dollar-for-dollar credit. So at the end of the year in that example, let's say you're a W-2 employee and you find out that they withheld out of your pay $12,100 and your tax liability was $12,000, well, then the government's going to send you a $100 rebate right after you file your taxes. In this particular case, they would send you back $9,100 because you're entitled to that 30% tax credit. Our sales process, you might be thinking, okay, if this is an opportunity, I could earn a lot of money and build a business. Do I got to learn about this leasing and DCs and AC powers and how many panels go up and how do you engineer it? And my gosh, does that mean I got to drive all over town and do this? No, no. You see, you recommend somebody that they should probably consider solar power. And then you educate them by sending them to our live daily Why Solar, Why You, Why Now webinar. It's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday at 6 p.m. Remember, in network marketing, we always teach you're never the message, you're always the messenger. If you had a diet program, you don't explain how it works. You give somebody a video or a CD, DVD, send them to a replicated website. You're just the messenger, not the message. Same here. And at the end of that generic explanation of why solar, why you, why now, they click on a link that asks for a personal solar savings analysis. Yeah, when they click on that link, our sales professionals will contact your prospect and do a personal solar sales analysis and close the deal on your behalf. Now, before they can get that, they have to put in there who referred them, because we got to know where to send the check to. And you get paid handsomely. Let's take a look at that sales process. Simple and easy to execute. Step number one, you send people to a free webinar. Why Solar? Why You? Why Now? It's every weekday live at 6 p.m. When they sign up for the webinar, they'll say who referred them. When they sign up for the free solar savings analysis, they'll have to put in who referred them. Now, when they do, at the end of the webinar, we're going to let them know that we could show them exactly how the panels will look on their roof and how much money they will save. They will be asked to go to www.solarsavinganalysis.com and fill out some information for a no-obligation analysis. And we will show your client on their very own computer in a live internet feed, number one, how the solar panels will look on their home. Well, how can we do that? Because we're actually taking a picture of their home from the satellite Google Earth. And then, number two, we're going to show them exactly how much they'll save each month on their personal utility bill. Well, how do we know what their bill is? Well, because they entered in their utility account number when they filled out the form. We'll show them Monday or January, February, March, April, May, throughout the year, what they paid last year and what they would have paid had they had our solar system on their roof. Number three, we're going to show them how much of an impact they'll make on the environment with the installation of solar. That's right. We're going to show them exactly how they're contributing to the ending of global warming and the pollution of our environment. And number four, how all this can be done with no money out of pocket, but rather money is put into their pocket every single month. And five, we're going to show how the savings can start today with our unique Solar Savings Today program. Even before the solar is installed on their roof, we'll give them an added incentive to make up their minds to go with the program the very next day by promising them a rebate as soon as it's installed on the savings that they were waiting for. That's right. Savings start day one from the decision. Here's the rest of the form. They'll fill out utility numbers, etc., and they'll pick a date and a time in which they want the company to call them and give them that presentation. On that date and time, as you see, our inside sales, fully manned, fully staffed with our experts, our engineers, are going to show them on a desktop share exactly what their roof would look like with solar on it, as you see our young lady is doing right now. Then they'll go over the entire proposal, showing them, of course, how many solar panels will go on their roof and what the arrangement will be. And by the way, that's my roof you see there. Has taken a picture from Google Earth. And I was looking at all three options. This particular slide is the purchase option. It shows that if I purchase the system, I would get $8,400 from the federal government as I filed my taxes. Oh, and I could see exactly what my savings would be. You see the tall light blue bars in the bar chart? That's what my utility bill was exactly, May, June, July, August, etc., last year. And had I had that exact solar system that they showed me in the picture, this is what my bill would have been. Oh my gosh, what a difference. I did give the utility company $4,600 for electricity last year, and I only should have given them $1,475. I should have put that other $3,000 in my pocket, but I didn't. Why? because I procrastinated. I didn't realize, I wasn't educated on exactly what this system could do for me, what my break-even point would be, what my return on investment would be, even how I would be helping the environment as if I was planting 180 trees every year, or how many rail cars of coal that are not used in those coal-generating plants because I've got solar or clean energy. If I decided to go with the purchase power agreement, you know, where I provide the roof and they provide everything else, well, right now, my utility, or last year, my utility was charging me 28 cents on average a kilowatt hour, but their rate that they would charge me when they put the system up was only 17.5 cents an hour. You know, over 25 years, instead of spending $221,000 on electricity, I would just buy it from the people who put the solar on my roof for an $89,000 savings. You know, that's the college education for the kids. That's a chunk of retirement. Let's not fool ourselves. We're talking big bucks. It's a no-brainer. That full graph on the top blue is what your utility bill would be. You know, utilities, by the way, are going up at an average of 6 to 7% per year. Now, at 7% per year, your bill will double every 10 years. So my $400 bill in 10 years would be $800, and 10 years after that would be $1,600 per month. I'm sorry, I was saying per year. What I meant was per month. So this shows you that graph, the savings over time. That full graph is the savings, and the bottom graph is part of what your bill would be instead of the utility bill. We'll even show you a time frame on how fast we can get your solar installed. And here's the kicker that I told you about. On our call, we'll have a call to action. You see, at the end of the savings, savings, now that's a mouthful, solar savings analysis, we're going to tell the prospect that if they decide to move forward within 1 day of the presentation, we will start their savings that very day. You see, from that day on until the installation and connection to the utility is complete, we'll write them a check for what their average savings would have been had the solar been up on the day of their decision. Once again, we're working on your behalf to bring in and help you get as much business as possible. The sale is closed and you earned a commission. You see, in our program, you start as a solar consultant, and your first 4 sales are training sales. But the big difference here is you get paid to train. That's right. You'll receive $500 for each of the first 4 training sales, or $2,000 total. Now, this is average. Larger jobs will pay more. This is just the average size job. You are then considered a certified solar consultant, and from this point forward, you'll receive $1,000 per sale thereafter. Now, if you want to do that rapidly, we want to give you more money. If you complete your first 4 sales in your first 30 days, you'll receive a fast start bonus of $2,000, or an extra $500 per sale on the average sale. Now, you can't receive a commission on your own installation. Your sponsor actually receives that. But your own installation can count towards one of your first 4 sales for promotion purposes only. Now, how would you like to build a team? You could make a heck of a living just introducing people, being the messenger, not the message. But if you want to build a team, you want to achieve the level of certified consultant as soon as possible. You say, as a certified consultant, you'll receive the $500 on each of the training sales of your personal recruits that you're helping. Now, should a recruit make a training sale and the sponsor is not a certified consultant, then the $500 rolls up to the next certified consultant in that line of sponsorship. So you could have $500 bills rolling up from the 12th and 14th level. How quickly can you build? And as you build a team, we want to give you a commission on all of your team sales. You see, Unison Solar Network pays commissions on your team sales up to 6 levels deep. That depends on your rank. As a consultant, you're entitled to a $100 commission on all sales on your level 1 and your level 2. Now, when you're promoted to the rank of senior consultant and you're active with the company, this promotion comes through a combination of personal and team sales your team sale commission increases. That's right. It goes up to $150 on level 1 and level 2. But you know what? We'll add $150 to all sales on level 3. We'll add another $150 to all sales on level 4. And when you're promoted to the rank of executive consultant through a combination of personal and team sales, your team sales and commissions, they increase again. Level 1 now is $200. Level 2 is $200. Level 3 is $200. Level 4 is $200. Level 5 and level 6, they're all $200. Now, let me not stop there. Let me go into the matching bonus. In addition to direct sales commissions, training bonuses, fast start bonuses, and team commissions, we have a 20% matching bonus on all of the team commissions of all of your personally sponsored consultants. So let me give you some quick numbers here. You know, you've heard people say, gee, if you get 5, we'll get 5, we'll get 5 by the 8th level here with our nutritional, auto ship, you should have 3,000 people and you'll make several $1,000s a month. You know, those numbers, do they really work? What I want to use is the lowest number I possibly can. Now, you can't use one who gets one who gets one, because that's just one. So the lowest number you could use is 2. So I'm going to use 2 who get 2. Suppose you were able to duplicate only 2 per level in the comp plan. That's 2 on level 1, 4 consultants on level 2, 8 consultants on level 3, 16 consultants on level 4. It actually adds up to 126 people in your entire organization, and let's say they're each doing 1 sale per month. Now, in a normal organization, that'll probably get you maybe a few $100s a month. In this particular example, that would be $25,000 per month, or a yearly income of over $300,000. Now remember, I was using the lowest multiple number I could, and I was only using team commissions. It doesn't include your personal sales. It doesn't include the training sale commissions, doesn't include the fast start commissions, or the matching check bonus. Folks, there's no question in my mind this will be the largest payout ever in the history of our industry. So let's take a look at a little bit of a summary, and those are the challenges that many people have with network marketing in making the money they expected to make. Most people can't recruit. It's harder to recruit than to sell. And if you can't recruit, you cannot make a living selling the product normally, because there's not a big enough margin. And the second thing is, you want to be in early to have the greatest opportunity, but being in early is the highest level of risk for company failure. And finally, your prices are normally not competitive. Let's be honest. We always say that we got better quality, but when it comes right down to it, our products are expensive. So let's take a look at those challenges. You can't make a living selling the product? Well, you start in getting trained at $500 per sale, and then you're quickly moving up to $1,000 per sale. 2 sales per week is over $100,000 per year, and you recruited no one. Yeah, that's a living. Our sales professionals make the sale for you. Wow. Can you ask for a better avenue to go? Now, you want to be in early for the greatest opportunity. Well, let's talk about really, really good timing, as here in the summer of 2015 is when this, $30+ million a year company is turning its sales inside out to go into the network marketing. Early in equals high risk? No. Unison Solar is already with 200 employees, installing solar since 2009, with 6 offices and thousands of installations underneath their belt. No, there's no high risk here whatsoever. And then we talk about competitive pricing. Well, as I started to research this, I had 5 different companies, give an estimate on my roof. And guess what? My home had those 5 separate bid proposals during the month of May. And the prices ranged from $28,028 to over $47,000. Now, that was apples to apples, same roof, similar number of panels and savings. The Unison price was the one that was at $28,028, the lowest of 5 random competitive bids. Some came from telemarketers who called me, some from an ad that I called, some from a trade show that I went to, So we're talking about not only are we the most experienced, one of the largest companies out there, paying unbelievable amounts of income, commissions to the field for a referral system where the professionals land the deals for us, but we're even the low price leader. The personalized savings analysis is free. I recommend to everybody who owns a home that's on this call right now, you get one. So write this down. Just fill out the form when you go to www.solarsavinganalysis.com. Not only is that free, but the whole process is free. Remember how I started this off and I told you that the decision comes down to really something simple. And here's how simple it is. The choice is you pay more money for dirty energy or you pay less money for clean energy. It's that simple. Now, to sign up as a consultant, boy, I'll tell you what, you just need to go to www.unisonnetworksignup.com and fill out your information. And of course, that also means putting in the name of the person that referred you, because we cannot process any application without the name of the person that referred you. And the cost here in our pre-launch is only $37. No monthly, just $37. So, folks, I'll tell you what, we do consumer webinars every weekday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday at 6 p.m. Pacific time. And then right after that, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday at 7 p.m. Pacific time, we do the business opportunity webinar. We don't mix the two. You put a client on that consumer webinar, they'll never know there's a commission or a business behind it. And you bring your leaders onto our opportunity webinar, and they'll learn all about this. And you can sign up right now, starting tonight, at www.unisonnetworksignup.com. Once again, that's unisonnetworksignup.com, and you'll launch one of the greatest career business opportunities imaginable. I want to thank you for joining us, and why don't you join us tomorrow and bring on some people that you know. Let them see what an unbelievable opportunity we have for them. Thanks for joining us this evening. Please get back with the person who referred you. Have a great evening. Good night now.